Hi, you guys. Today I'm going to share with you my recipe for amazing gluten-free pizza crust. That's right, no more cardboard pizza. I've had this recipe on my blog for over 2 years. Everybody loves it. I'm just now getting around to making a video of it to show you how it's done. So let's get started. In the bowl of a stand mixer, I add my bread flour blend, gluten-free of course, along with a little extra xanthan gum and some psyllium husks, some instant yeast, and some salt. And we're going to whisk this up to combine it. And you don't need to worry about getting any measurements for this because, as always, the recipe will be in a link in the description box below. So now we add just plain old water. It doesn't need to be warm. It can be at room temperature because we're using instant yeast and it's going to proof for a long time and then sit in the fridge overnight. And to this, we also add a tablespoon of honey and 2 tablespoons of olive oil. And we'll get this on the mixer, start out slow until everything is fully combined, then bump it up to medium high, and get it going for a good 5 minutes. I usually set a timer for this. And once it's done, what we'll do is we'll remove the dough hook, scrape it into a mass in the middle of the bowl. Unless you want to transfer it to another bowl, that's fine. And cover it, and we're going to let it proof for 1 to 2 hours or until doubled in size. After it's proofed, put it in the fridge overnight. You really have to do the refrigeration overnight because it'll be a sticky mess. You've seen how the dough looks before it's refrigerated, and here it is after it's refrigerated. It's nice and cold and easy to knead and work with. So we're going to knead this now, and the whole reason we knead is just to remove air bubbles and get it into a nice cohesive mass, kind of like if you were to punch down gluten-filled dough. Same kind of concept. So once we have our dough nice and smooth, you can divide it into whatever size pieces you want. I'm going for roughly 6 ounces here per pizza. That makes a nice like 10-inch individual pizza. And I'm only making 2 right now. So what I'm going to do with the leftover dough is put it back in the fridge and let it sit for as long as I want to, up to 10 days. And I can make more pizzas with that, or I can make my artisan bread with that, my gluten-free artisan bread. I recently posted a video for that. This is the same exact dough. So with one dough, you can make pizzas and artisan bread. Half and half if you want. It's really easy, and it's a great thing to always have in your fridge because it lasts. As it sits in there, it almost gets better. It kind of ferments a little more and gets more like sourdough. So now I'm going to roll out this pizza crust, and I know this is like taboo in the pizza making world, but we are doing gluten-free, so everything changes when we're doing gluten-free. We have to use the tools that we have to use to get it right. So I'm just picking it up, rolling it, picking it up, moving it, making sure there's enough flour on my surface so it doesn't stick, because it is still a sticky dough even though we've kneaded it. And I'm rolling it out to about 1/8 of an inch thick. That's this particular dough. If you want something like a pan pizza, you're in luck because I have another video for that, and I'll put a link for that up above. It's a great pan pizza. It's just like any pan pizza you would get delivered back in your gluten eating days. Even my son, who is the pan pizza connoisseur, says that it tastes just like what he gets delivered. But this is more of a New York style pizza crust. So once we've got those rolled out, cover them and let them sit while you preheat your oven for at least a good half an hour to 500 degrees and get your pizza steel or stone in there. Now what I'm adding to my pizza peel is corn flour. It's not the same as cornstarch. It's like cornmeal that's been ground to a really fine powder. And this kind of acts like semolina flour, giving the pizza like ball bearings so it doesn't stick to the pizza peel and slides right off. So what I'm going to do now is fold my pizza crust up like I might a pie crust to put it into a pie pan. And then once we've got it folded and lifted, we unfold it and put it on the pizza peel. And give it a little shake just to make sure there's no stickage. If there is, add a little more corn flour underneath. Then we add the sauce. This is my homemade sauce. I'll leave a recipe for that, a link for that below in the description box, but you can use your own if you want, or store-bought. And then I'm just using pre-shredded mozzarella cheese here. That's what I have right now. You can use fresh mozzarella. You can shred your own mozzarella and have at it. Just don't go overboard on the amount of toppings you put on. I'm just doing a cheese one just to show you right now. But I've even made a white spinach pizza. That's one of my favorites with this same dough, and it is really, really good. So see, my pizza steel is in there, and I'm just sliding it on, putting it in there, and this is 500 for a good 6 to 7 minutes. And I'm looking at it, it's bubbly, it's perfect. So now I'm going to switch to the broiler method and broil it for about 1 minute. And this is it. Look at how good this pizza looks, you guys. You cannot tell that this is gluten-free pizza, but it is. Even my gluten-eating family love this pizza, and they can have any pizza they want from anywhere. It's that good, you guys. It reminds me of this little Italian pizza place down the street that I used to love, Gino's, and now I can make it myself. So enjoy.